In this video, I'm going to show you how to generate T-1 business date. At work, sometimes you want to generate the T-1 business date or T-2 or even T-10 or 5 or something. By the VBA code, it is easy for you to exclude Saturdays and Sundays, but sometimes you want to take US or Canadian holidays into consideration, or even other holiday centers. It's not that easy. So today I'm going to show you a way to make that happen. And then we want to build a kind of a database for the holiday centers to help with the generation of the business date. Okay, so let me show you the interface. This is the interface. We have a date here, but we want to know the immediate previous business date. So we have already built a database. So this is New York and this is Toronto. These are the holidays for the year 2020. So when the code will track whether the date is a holiday. If yes, we don't count it until we find a non-Saturday, non-Sunday, and non-holiday, then that counts as a business date. Right now we have an input here. We want to find out T-1. So the logic is the same like when you do it manually. So you go to the previous date, calendar date. Okay, for example, here, August 4th. If you see that August 4th, okay, it's Tuesday, and the immediate previous business day, the previous date is August 3rd. It is not a US holiday, but it is a Canadian holiday, so you don't count it. And then you go to the another previous business day, another date, it's August 2nd. It's a Sunday, so you go one more. It's a Saturday, and then you go one more, which is July the 31st. So that's business date. So here, the T-1 business date should be July 31st. Okay, so let's get started for the code. So let's first give a name. So find T minus 1 business date. So first, let's extract the current calendar date, which is the date we are based on. So let's define a variable date current as date. So let's the value of this date current, you can see that it's here, this one. So it is in the summary tab and then cell C6. Summary tab range C6 value. And then next, so we are going to get the T-1 business date. I want to define a variable to record. We are offsetting by only one date. And then later on, we can change to, let's change to 2 or 5 or 10 to get the other business date. So dim, uh, so this one is an integer. So basically, we want to give this to be 1. So we are checking T-1. So what we are going to do is that we want to introduce another variable. That variable will start from today. So today we count it as 0, and then whenever we move backward by one day and check whether it is a holiday, Saturday or Sunday. If not, then we add 1 to this variable to add up until this variable is the same as the offset date. Uh, yeah, just right now it's 0. It's the current calendar day until this date reaches offset date. While this date is less than offset date. if it is less than offset date, what we are going to do is that we move backward. We move the current dates backward by 1 day. After we move backward by 1 day, we want to check whether it is a Saturday, Sunday, or holiday. So we can build a function for this. Build a function like uh, oh, let's just call it is holiday. So the input for this is a date. Um, and then it will, let's just define it as a Boolean. That means if it is true, then it's a holiday. If it is false, it is not a holiday. Okay, so, and then what we can do is that here, continue here. If, so if this date is is a Saturday, so if it is not 1, and this is Sunday, and also it is not Saturday, and is and also is it holiday, which is false. Then, so if it is, this is not Sunday, not Saturday, and not holiday, then what we are going to do is that to add this date offset up by 1. So we find one business day, which is basically means we find a business date there. Yeah. And then we need to continue with the function here. So how do we find out whether it is a holiday? So here we have a database here. What we are going to do is that first we want to check whether it is a New York holiday, and then whether it is a Toronto holiday. So the thing is that we can do it in just one shot. Let's deem variable for you to do the search. So let's, everything is within the database tab. So this workbook, the worksheet. Okay. So let's find out whether this with right now the holiday range is A and B. Let's just give A and B. Later on, you can define the New York holiday range. Let's say A2 to A10, and Toronto is B2 to B11. That's fine. But right now, let's make it easy. So range A, B, dot find what? So we are going to check whether in A and B range there is a date that we are going to check, and look at. Okay. So if we have a, we find it. If not is nothing, that means we find it. If we find it, then we want to change the function here to true. Yeah. If we don't find it, we don't have to define, we don't find it, because we can give a default value here as false. So we assume that it is not a holiday, but in case we find something, we're going to change it to true. Okay, so after we finish this function, I think we are going to have an answer here. So then after this while loop, the date current will stay at the t minus 1 business date. So then we can do an output. We output here. So basically it is C7. So we want to change this to C7. Okay, so it's done. Okay, so we can do the testing now. Let's press F8 to do the step debugging. Okay, so right now it's August the 4th, and then we move backward by 1 day, which is August the 3rd, and check whether it is a holiday. Oh, yeah, it is a holiday. And then we go back. That is because in the database, August 3rd is a holiday. It's a Toronto holiday. Let's go on. And next is the August the 2nd, which is a Sunday, so you should skip. It's not a holiday. And August the 1st is a Saturday, should skip as well. Okay. And then next, July the 31st here. Okay, it's not a holiday, not a Saturday, not a Sunday. So this day's offset will +1, becomes 1, and then we get the previous business date, and then it should stop. Yeah. Okay, right now we are going to output it to the range C7 here. So when you press this, you see that it's July the 31st here. Okay, so it is working. All right, thank you for watching.